Hello my wolf pack and welcome to the TBL Week 1 Team Builder for obviously the TBL Season 6. Now this is a very scary match. I am versing Slick Panther, who is a very deadly coach, went to TBL Season 5, at least I think it was Season 5 from the sounds of it, without being defeated once. And that is absolutely terrifying because obviously, that's a really hard record to do anyways. And the team itself is also remarkable. It's a really scary team. A Shifu single strike, which if he scarfs it, that's very scary. Honestly, Scarf Shifu is probably one of the scariest Pokemon that I can encounter with my team currently. You've then got Alolan Ninetales. Now, look, if Alolan Ninetales is offensive, it can actually wreck through my team very easily. But it also has the ability to set up the Aurora Veil very easily, which again could be pretty huge. It could allow for a lot to happen. Nidoqueen, again, not anything to sleep on. It is a really good mon. It could be either physical or special, which makes it very scary. Noivern could potentially have some tech moves that could hit my team really hard. Miltank is Miltank. It's actually surprisingly fast, base 100 speed, and yeah, it's just bulky and annoying. So if that comes, I'm not gonna have the best time. Turtonator, probably one of the Pokemon I'm least scared of in this team. I don't think Turtonator's gonna come, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, that's a scary Pokemon. Aegislash, because some people in my video have said no, it's not Aegislash, it's Aegislash. So Aegislash is, again, kind of scary, but at the same time, I think I've got a lot of coverage for it. Slowking could definitely be a scary Pokemon if I don't keep an eye out on things. Arctozol, not really a problem, and then Roselia, again, not really a problem, not expecting that to come. But I've built my team, so let's go through it. The first Pokemon on my team is Rapidash. Now, Rapidash was the immediate Pokemon that I saw, and I was like, actually, this works really well against this team. And it's got Life Orb. Life Orb just allows for me to hit that little bit extra damage on a lot of different Pokemon. I just needed that little bit more, just so I could get the OHKOs on some Pokemon. Now, obviously, if they're running things like Defense, EVs, I don't know how into planning Slick is, whether he goes for more generic sets or whether he goes for the really specific EVs. I've actually gone for the specific EVs for once. I don't normally do this, but that's what I've decided to do for this one. And yeah, Flame Body is the ability. I didn't really have much choice for the ability. I could have gone Flash Fire, I suppose, as an option, but I wasn't really feeling it. I was feeling more a Flame Body. I think having my physical moves, having Play Rough, Flare Blitz, high horsepower, I think all three of them can actually cause the burn. So, I thought, screw it, we'll have that in there. Move-wise, Flare Blitz. Now, Flare Blitz hits the Alolan Ninetales. I'm pretty sure it takes out in one if it's not got a decent amount of defense investment. It will hit the Aegislash really nicely for quite a bit of damage, and same with the Arctozol. I think it just flat out destroyed the Arctozol if I remember correctly. But yeah, hits three of those Pokemon really nicely. Obviously, strong stab, so I'll probably use it. It hits Roselia as well, but I can probably use it against Nidoqueen if I need to. Obviously, I'm not really going to plan to stay in against Nidoqueen. And the Shifu, as much as I'd love to do it, I have got Play Rough. Now, Play Rough, powerful fairy type attack, and flat out destroys a Shifu. I'm pretty sure this is the reason I've got such low attack EVs is because I needed that Urshifu. I needed to reduce the amount of damage Urshifu was going to do to me, essentially. And Play Rough, it's still one-hit KOs unless he's got a significant amount of defense investment. So that will work really nicely. Play Rough, it hits the Noivern quite hard as well, and I think that's the only two Pokemon it really hits, but they're two Pokemon that are very scary for my team anyway, so, having that there is going to be really helpful. High Horsepower is going to hit the Nidoqueen if I need to, as I said. It's going to hit the Turtonator for super effective damage, the Aegislash if for any reason I can't use Flare Blitz, if I'm really low on health, for example, and I can't afford the Flare Blitz as well as the Life Orb. But yeah, that's going to hit several different Pokemon there for at least some form of damage. And then I've got Morning Sun for that healing ability if I need it. Just because I know I'm going to get hit hard on a lot of different Pokemon. And yeah, EVs, I went for 176 attack, 140 defense. And the reason for this is because, one, it fully destroys a Shifu. And two, I think it limits a Shifu if it's not choice banded. If it's choice banded and jolly, I outspeed it. If it's choice scarfed and adamant, it has an 18% chance to one hit KO. So it's a very, very low shot to one hit KO, and it would probably be a 1-for-1 in that situation because my life orb would take me out. But honestly, my Rapidash for a Shifu, I'm happy for that to happen. So yeah, that's the calking for this, mostly based around the Urshifu. I outspeed a Urshifu by 1 if it's the Jolly nature. And obviously if it's Scarfed, I can then live a hit, or most likely live a hit unless he gets very lucky. But we'll see how the luck is on the day, I suppose. But yeah, that's kind of the idea here with the planning. I did want to go for the Adamant Nature to just have that power, so I didn't have to go for the Life Orb. But unfortunately, the Urshifu, I needed to have the Jolly Nature, just to have that bit more speed there, just so I could outspeed it by 1, just in case of any problems from it. As I said, Alone Ninetales, well, I didn't say this, but Alone Ninetales can outspeed me if it's max speed. If it hasn't got speed investment, I probably can outspeed it, but at the same time, it probably will have like a lot of speed investment, probably specifically to outspeed Rapidash, because it knows Rapidash is a pain, and I don't know if it gets the Aurora Veil up. I don't think I can take it out with Flare Blitz in one hit, so yeah, that's one thing to kind of consider. If Aurora Veil gets set up, I have to play some different shenanigans because it's going to be very difficult for me to take out the Pokemon. But yeah, that's Rapidash. Rapidash is hopefully going to come in a lot handy here. It's going to hit a lot of different Pokemon for quite a lot of damage. I think actually, except for the Slowking, I think a Slowking and it can even come in against Turtonator, but the Slowking, maybe the Miltank, it hits everything else relatively nicely. The Nidoqueen is a concern, especially if it's a Scarf Nidoqueen. Yeah, that's one thing that could end up being a little bit concerning, but I have got plans just in case that does happen. So my second Pokemon is Excadrill. Excadrill can tear through this team, especially if I get a Rapid Spin Up. But if I don't get a Rapid Spin Up, I have got it so it outspeeds... I can't remember what it outspeeds. I think I've done it so it outspeeds a not speed invested Alolan Ninetales. So if the Alolan Ninetales has 0 speed investment, then and it's not plus speed invested, I believe I outspeed it. If I think that was the calculation I did. I'm pretty sure that was the calculation I did, but I'm not 100% sure if that was the one that I did. Because there was one I did where I needed a lot more speed investment, but I'm pretty sure this one was for the Alolan Ninetales. I can't think what else it would have been for. But yeah, Expert Belt on here. Expert Belt works really nicely with Iron Head and Earthquake on this team because that hits the majority of Pokemon for super effective damage. So Ninetales gets destroyed by the Iron Head. Even in an Aurora Veil situation with it being max defense, I think I can still OHKO it. I think it's like a 70% chance to OHKO it if it's max defense, max HP, which is absolutely huge. Obviously, it's 4 times effective, but it can deal with the Alolan Ninetales, and Alolan Ninetales cannot hit Excadrill back. The extent that it can hit me with is it can hit me with a Blizzard and it will do about 40% damage, or it can hit me with a Foul Play, which does about 46% damage, I think that worked out to be. So it can't really hit me too hard. A Shifu, I don't stay in against. I just flat out do not stay in against a Shifu. Nidoqueen, I have calculated so I outspeed a not timid Nidoqueen. If the Nidoqueen is timid, then I can end up taking a hit. I'm pretty sure I do live 1 hit from the Nidoqueen, even if it's a Earth Power or an Earthquake, so I'm pretty sure I live either one of those. Noivern, I think its Flamethrower does do like 55% to me, so I do need to be very careful about that, but Iron Head does do a lot of damage to it, so if I can get Stealth Rocks if it's not Heavy Duty Boots, then I can hit it pretty hard. Miltank, it's neutral. It can't hit me too hard. I think it might have Fire Punch potentially, but yeah, Miltank is something that I'm pretty sure I could 1v1 and win. Turtonator, I think I just take out with an Earthquake. If not, it's very close, and I think it did after Stealth Rocks. Aegislash, again, I think it takes it out with the Earthquake, but maybe depending on the EV investment, it might not. Slowking is probably the one that I don't stay in against. Earthquake can hit really hard, but at the same time, I probably switch out into another Pokemon to deal with that. Probably something like Dragonite or Rotom Wash, because I think, or even Mesprit, they kind of all deal with it a lot better than my other Pokemon. Arctozolt, one Earthquake destroys it, and I think Roselia, even an Earthquake, hit it really hard, so yeah, that's just what it is. As I said, speed investment is trying to outspeed a not invested Ninetales and a non-timid Nidoqueen that's got max speed, so that was kind of my thought process there. Plus with a Rapid Spin, I outspeed anything except if it's Scarfed. I doubt I'll see a Scarf Noivern here because that's not likely to happen with the speed tier of my team. It just doesn't make sense to have on there. Possibly Choice Specs, but not Choice Scarf. I don't think that's likely. Moving on to my third Pokemon, we're going to Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash is a bit more of a support Pokemon here this week. Will-O-Wisp, just in case the Urshifu is Scarfed and is really wrecking through my team. I can live one hit, guaranteedly, and use Will-O-Wisp. I think even if it's Choice Banded, I can live one hit and use Will-O-Wisp to burn it, and it'll get Rocky Helmet damage on it, and then I can bring in something else to deal with it. Defog to get rid of the Aurora Veil if he manages to set it up. I think maybe Miltank can set Stealth Rocks. I can't remember off the top of my head. I need to double check that actually, but yeah, that could possibly be, or even Toxic Spikes could potentially be an option. But with 2 Levitate Pokemon, and 1 Flying type Pokemon, I don't think I'm going to be too worried about Toxic Spikes here. Volt Switch allows me to switch out, allows me to get damage on different things, and Hydro Pump just gives me coverage for different Pokemon. This thing can pretty easily 1v1 Nidoqueen, unless he's got like Gravity somewhere on his team. But yeah, it can destroy Nidoqueen with a Hydro Pump, or like 2 Hydro Pumps I think it is. And alone Ninetales, the only thing it can do to me is freeze dry. So again, I've kind of got the option of maybe Volt Switching onto that. But yeah, a lot of his Pokemon don't really deal amazingly with Rotom Wash. The Urshifu is probably the biggest concern for Rotom Wash, but the rest of them, not really hugely concerned. I can't really hit the Noivern or the Turtonator very easily, but as I said, I've got a lot of other Pokemon for that, and this is kind of my thing to deal with Slowking, because Slowking actually is a pretty scary Pokemon for my team, if I'm completely honest. It can, definitely if it comes, it can cause me problems. And this thing is just max HP, max defense, bold nature. This is just to live the Urshifu hit to get that burn off. That's most of the reason. Or live that Urshifu hit to get the defog off, go down the next turn, and then get my next Pokemon in. Which probably, if it is Scarfed, will be Mienshao. Mienshao is designed to outspeed a Scarf Urshifu. It is not designed to outspeed anything else that's Scarfed, but I think the only other thing that would be faster would be the Noivern if it was Scarfed. So we have Choice Scarf on there, obviously. I've got Close Combat. Close Combat 100% takes out the Urshifu. And that's the case if it's Choice Scarfed. And that's why I've kind of got this Scarf to the extent it is. Stone Age does like 85% to Ninetales if it's not defense invested. So I can hit that really hard. Although if it has Moonblast, it can destroy me. But realistically, the Alone Ninetales is probably not going to be Scarfed, because it's probably going to be there to set up Aurora Veil. Knockoff can hit things like the Aegislash and the Slowking if I need to hit that for any reason, and I've also got U-Turn to kind of change into a different Pokemon, especially if I'm predicting a switch or if there's something I don't want to deal with. With Mienshao, that U-Turn, if I just come in, can definitely hit it. I've got Regenerator, so that U-Turn can combine really nicely with it. And yeah, EVs as fast as possible for the Urshifu outspeed, but I haven't really counted for anything else because I don't think anything else can be faster than that. The possible Turtonator Shell Smash strat, I still outspeed it, and I'm pretty sure a Stone Edge or a Close Combat is going to take out a Turtonator in one hit, especially if he doesn't go for like a White Herb option, which means I can do quite a bit to it. Moving on to Dragonite. Now Dragonite is very interesting this week. I haven't gone for a Dragon type attack, which is obviously he's got 2 Dragon types, and I really struggled because you've only got 4 moves and I needed 5 moves, but I've gone for 4. We've got Leftovers, and Leftovers is mostly there just in case I have to come in and take weather damage, so take the heal damage, and then I heal it up afterwards. I don't actually have to double check that, but I heal it up afterwards, and that'll get me back to my multi-scale. And I don't think anything that I looked at can take out Dragonite in one at full health. And once I'm at one Dragon Dance, I outspeed everything naturally, unless it's scarfed. Which, if there's something that's going to be scarfed, it could well be the Nidoqueen or something. But again, I don't think the Nidoqueen can really hit me hard enough to be able to take me out. But yeah, I think one Dragon Dance, maybe even two Dragon Dances, is going to be really helpful. If I can set up two, then I just flat out sweep, I think. But I hit really hard on the majority of Pokemon. I think the only thing that I can't OHKO is the Noivern at +1. But yeah, I've got good coverage. So Dual Wing Beat hits the Shifu at +1. It completely destroys it. I think it even it either has a chance to take it out or definitely takes it out without the +1. Ninetales, I've got the Iron Head on there just in case. And even without a +1, it takes it out with the Iron Head. So if I'm in a really sticky situation, I can live a Blizzard or a Freeze Dry and just use that Iron Head, and then have to risk it with Dragonite. Nidoqueen goes down to Earthquake. Noivern, as I said, quite difficult, but it probably will be the Dual Wing Beat, especially if it's like after rocks or something, or if it's chip damage from earlier on. Miltank, I think, goes down to a +1 Dual Wing Beat, maybe. It might take 2 for that one, but again, not really too concerned about Miltank unless it body slams me, paralyzes. Turtonator, Earthquake takes it out. Aegislash, Earthquake. Slowking, I don't think I actually checked, if I'm honest, but I think 2 Dual Wing Beats will probably take it out. Arctozolt is an Earthquake, and Resilia, Dual Wing Beat will take it out. So, at the minute, Slowking, probably not something that I'm going to use Dragonite necessarily for, but I've got Mesprit and Rotom to deal with that, and I know I said Dragonite could deal with it, but if it's a +1 or +2, it can definitely do a lot of damage to it. So I guess we'll see what happens. It can have Ice Beam on it, so that's something that potentially could happen. I'm calced here to outspeed at +1 a Noivern, so at +1 I outspeed Noivern, and I think that was my calculation. I didn't bother calculating anything else, because the only thing that I could see is like a Scarf, a Shifu, which I knew guaranteeably would be faster than me, so I didn't really want to worry too much about that. But maximum attack possible, so it just hits really hard. And the final Pokemon that I have is Mesprit. Now Mesprit, I couldn't decide what my 6th Pokemon was going to be here. So originally I had Mesprit, and then I changed to Alolan Persian, and then I changed back to Mesprit again, because Mesprit can actually do the work. I've got 2 Choice Scarfers this week, and I think Mesprit can actually really hit hard on a lot of different Pokemon. I just have to be careful with what move I choose. So essentially, Ice Beam destroys the Noivern, 100%. Dazzling Gleam completely destroys the Urshifu. It completely destroys the Urshifu, but we do get destroyed by a Wicked Blow. So that's something, if it's Scarfed, Mesprit is not going to be anywhere near that. Alolan Ninetales, I can't really hit too hard, but the Psychic should be able to do it, and with my naturally high defenses, I should be able to live hits from it. Nidoqueen goes down to a Psychic, unless it's got considerable special defense investment. Miltank, I think, was 2 Psychics. It's something that I'm not too concerned about. Turtonator, I can hit with Psychic again, not as concerned. Aegislash, Shadow Ball, Slowking, Shadow Ball as well. And then Arctozolt, I had a move for that, and I can't remember what I was going for. I think I'll probably go for Psychic on that one, and then Resilia Psychic. So, Mesprit, I have got quite a few different moves there for specific scenarios, and that Choice Scarf just allows it to outspeed as many of the Pokemon as it can. And obviously, if I'm predicting a Earthquake from the Nidoqueen, I can just switch into this and quite easily use like Psychic, for example. Or if I predict the Shifu's coming because it's predicting me to use Psychic, I can use Dazzling Gleam and take that out. So there's a lot of things I can do here, which hopefully are going to work quite nicely in my favour. So EVs, I'm EV to outspeed the Noivern. So I'm EV to outspeed Noivern with my Scarf, and obviously if it's a Scarf, a Shifu, then I'm very concerned, and I have to bring in Mienshao. But yeah, I think Pokemon that are coming, we're going to see a Shifu, we're going to see Ninetales, we're probably going to see Nidoqueen and Noivern, so we're going to see the top 4. I can see Aegislash coming, and also the Slowking potentially coming as well. Those are the 6 I think will appear, but I potentially could see things like Miltank potentially coming. I don't think the Arctozolt comes. I think the Arctozolt would be risky to bring against my team. Resilia, I don't think comes. I think I've got too much coverage for it. Turtonator, I think, it doesn't come. I think, unless he wants to try and pull off a Shell Smash strat, I can't see that coming. Miltank is a possibility, though, so definitely the first four. I would be shocked if I see the Turtonator over the Noivern, and if I do see the Turtonator over the Noivern, I feel much more confident about my team, and almost immediately think that he's Scarfed Shifu. Scarfed Shifu, as I said, probably going to be the scary Pokemon, but as I said, Rapidash can live a hit, Rotom can live maybe even 2 hits from it, if it's Scarfed, and Mienshao is faster than it, so I've got coverage for it to deal with it. My lead, I think, is probably going to be Excadrill, because Alolan Ninetales can't really do anything to Excadrill, and if that's the lead, yes, he might get the Aurora Veil set up, but he can get the Iron Head and immediately take it out, and realistically, I don't know if he stays in against Excadrill to take that Iron Head. He doesn't want to risk me being scarfed on the Excadrill. I think that's a very risky strat to take, especially considering I have been known to run. Well, I haven't been known to run, but I have run Scarf Extra a lot in the past, so it is a potential option that can be done. But yeah, I am terrified. I don't know how it's going to go. Obviously, if I do lose, then it'll be a GG, because honestly, I think Slick is a very capable battler. I haven't actually seen him battle. I don't know anything about him. And yeah, I'm really scared. I'm really scared, but I'm going to have a lot of fun. And I'm actually recording this in advance for once, because normally I record this afterwards. But I'm actually recording this in advance. And yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes. The video will come out tomorrow, so please go and check that out. I'm really excited. Wish me luck in the comment section. Let me know if you see any complete flaws in my working here. But yeah, that's going to be all. So I hope you had a good one. Please do like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you soon.